floors over here while you're taking out zombies.
Zombies. I love how this level starts. It's like, oh, here's the thing that you need. It's right in front of you.
Just out of reach.
30 minutes later, you'll be able to get it. And it's like, what?
Hey, weird British talking robot. Can you answer me a quick question? Why, of course, Reclaimer. Why didn't you just spawn me in front of the thing I needed? Why'd we have to take the long way around so you could show me the kitchen?
Alright, well, we're just going to try to run.
Yeah.
I'm not classifying this as a speed run because then you know everything will be like, oh, it's not this.
Oh, I finished it in 2:15.
But we,
if you didn't use the grenade jump glitch.
We don't necessarily want to play this at the moment, so we're just going to see. The problem is they're always in the corners. And then
I will be the first one to sit here and...
Shotgun ones and blow up guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I will be the first one to tell you this is not my favorite Halo level. And
I've had fun with it, but, you know, overall, especially considering I'm thinking of all the later levels in the other games I can't wait to play. You just need a shotgun. Pretty much right there. So we were talking a little bit before about 343 kind of abandoning the Master Chief Collection. I still stand by that. I think that they tried to patch it as much as they could, and they got to a point where they were like, you know what, we don't know how to fix this because it's over a year after release now, and
we're not going to do it.
Constant glitches, and
it's not fixed, and it's not gonna be fixed.
Basically,
yeah.
That's a shame though, because I just do so much of it this way. It's like a dream come true, and it's worse to have been analyzed with what it could have been to have never known about it in the first place. I would have never dreamed being able to have all of the Halo games in one disc, all with online multiplayer, including the first one, which is something I've wanted to
Right, of course.
On console, because I played my fair share of PC. And just to kind of have been like, yeah, I mean, we were gonna do that, and we did it, it just didn't work. Sorry. And then it's like, okay, well, that's not so bad, I guess. I can still play Halo 2 Anniversary as a LAN when my friends come over. And it's like, no, you can't. Did you know this is no LAN support?
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh, you should probably grab that shotgun.
Oh, I think you grabbed the ammo on it. Sorry.
Wait, there's another guy who just dropped who has one. Oh, you're a Jimbo. Took you to be just a boy with no arms. But yeah, no, I completely understand what you're saying about that. That was a real.
Yeah, I don't know how.
That really was a buzzkill.
A little bit. So, I mean, and what's worse is just that like they're like, oh, you know, make sure to get your free Halo 5 beta. And, I mean, I want a Halo 5 to come out. I'm excited for Halo 5 on top. Quickly moved on to, well, I mean, it was in production well before then, but it's like you kind of are ignoring the fact that you have a broken game.
Well, yeah, of course they are, and I'll explain that very simply. All these games are not 343's design; they're Bungie's design.
Right.
So they
but
kind
the
of
server issues though were 343 because they took the only game that had multiplayer new to it was Halo 1, and I mean I know they all work on like a central multiplayer shotgun kind of like matchmaking system, but you somehow had a system that worked on Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Halo 4, but then you couldn't replicate that again. Like,
see, that was my biggest problem with this whole thing was that,
like, it should have been at least as good as it used to be.
Yeah,
there's no reason for it to be worse.
You're talking about something that was running on an older system, older servers, and less people than there are now. And it worked fine. You know, actually, no, not even less. More people played Halo back then.
Yeah.
More people played it. There's not as many hardcore Halo fans as there are now, as there were back then. And they still couldn't get it right. That's the thing that blows my mind. They should have been able to conquer that no problem.
Yeah.
When you've got games like Battlefield who are running like, what, 60 people a game?
Something like that, yeah.
such facilities are most impressive.
It looks good when those flood body parts start flying. I'm not saying I hate the flood, but I
No, yeah,
They
I
just-
said that earlier, but I'm not so sure how much I stand by. I don't mind them with a shotgun.
yeah. I don't hate the flood.
I think it's just my legendary runs that make me. Really
Yeah,
dislike them.
why do they put them in the worst levels ever?
And they're the focal point of the series,
Yeah.
though, you know, which is kind of that level in 3 when you're fighting alongside me.
Yeah. It felt good because you had these giant juggernaut ones that were just fucking hulking their way through, swatting people out of the way. That was cool.
So I loved Halo 4. I was really skeptical, which is why I'm really excited for 5 because you're trusting 343 with something that you love that's near and dear to your heart, and they nailed it. I think they knocked it out of the park, at least in my opinion, with 4.
Oh,
And
A lot.
the legendary.
Thank you, because so many people disagree with that.
But I just thought it was everything I wanted and more refined, and just they continuing to develop Master Chief and doing a good job with it. But they took some liberties. But with oh damn, kind of just trailed off. Forgot what I was saying.
Like Halo 4, like
Oh, I mean, it was just a great game, but with I'm still very worried though with 5 that they're going to just kind of really take the story into a weird direction. Or I love the ending for the legendary ending. I thought it was a great way to kind of like nod at what Master Chief's face is without like revealing it, which would have pissed me and a lot of people off because if anyone was going to show his face, it should have been Bungie.
yeah,
Which. Again, like most of the people at 343 are from Bungie
Yeah.
that were working on the Halo games, but it just still seems kind of like, the stepfather or something of the Halo series.
yeah.
But do you think that they'll do that with 5? You think
What?
that
Show his face?
Yeah, you think they're going to be ballsy enough?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so. But that was a really cool little. Did you see the legendary ending before?
Yes. Actually, you know what's kind of funny? I think actually. Yeah, no, I did. I think I actually read an article where they were just like confirmed. Someone said they said no spoilers. Obviously. They said confirmed that there is no Master Chief is not going to show his face
What I wonder
in Halo 5.
is there must be a character model from that brief glimpse they showed of his eyes.
Yeah.
Now, if they were smart, they probably didn't really know anything else of it, but that probably exists somewhere. Now that's granted, it's not his face, but someone had to render that to make that scene.
Yeah. I mean, I'm.
In the books they describe his appearance in like great detail, so it's not like he's a total mystery.
Okay, there's the rocket dude.
Yeah.
So it's just morning sunshine coming up on Earth. You're the rocket man.
Rocket Man. Rocket's probably the long-range weapon, but
Sure, it was fun. Oh, sure, let me back up.
Please wait here.
door broken, dude. I love the walk animation. It's like it's like running still in place. Like they couldn't render.
Wait, look at him.
What's it look like backwards? Is it like a moonwalk? Do it backwards. Not as much. Whoa.
Would you want him to bend at the heel and everything?
Left, right, left. I don't even know. Or maybe I'm gonna know.
Ow!
Have you ever played the Genesis Michael Jackson?
Moonwalker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't played an original version of it. I have played a ROM of it.
Mikey brought over Bucky O'Hare a
Yeah.
couple nights ago. We played. It's a really good game. I mean, because a lot of those rare, expensive games are like expensive, and rare, but not really. They're not
Good.
justified to be
Yeah.
that. They are just that. They're just rare. They're not good.
Yeah,
But
I recently actually got to try out Dinosaur Peak.
Oh, really?
Flintstones
Yeah.
Giant Dinosaur Peak. That game is not.
Not a good game.
I'm sorry, like
What makes that? Like, other than just being not having a lot of copies out there to get, like, who decided that was going to be a $600 game?
you want to know?
Yeah, I kind of do.
It was a late release.
And just,
That's the only thing that makes a game expensive when it comes to retro stuff. It's a late release in the system's life. You know RC
Pretty
Pro-Am?
yeah. I mean,
It's like
Rule
a
of Rose.
$5 game, right?
Yeah.
RC Pro-Am 2 is like a $60 game.
I mean,
It's worse than RC Pro-Am 1.
Rule of Rose was a really late release for PS2.
And that's a good amount of
I'm
money
so
too.
pissed about that. Like, when Kevin worked for me for a little while in Westport, and when we were phasing out PS2 as a new system, because they still sell it used now, I think, but we had like 4 or 5 sealed copies of that game for $20. And I wanted it too because it was an Atlas title, but I used to have like a budget for PS2 games. I would, it was like $5 to $10 most of the time, and I was just buying like crazy. And I didn't know anything about it. And I was like, oh, but I do love Atlas. Do I want to buy this for $20? And I was like, nah. Grab the computer, it's a point use. Damn.
Yeah.
There's no way of knowing that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way of predicting. I mean, with Atlas, you normally know it's gonna be fairly rare. But then, like, I bought Demon Souls before it came. I had it pre-ordered just because I knew it was an Atlas title. I really didn't know that much about it, but I was like, well, I mean, anything that they release though, it's never going to drop in price. It's only going to go up, so I might as well just get it now. And by the time I got around to actually playing it, because it was so freaking hard, I mean, I played it for like a weekend, but then didn't pick it up again until a year later. It was like a $20 game.
That's
not the hit or greatest hits or whatever it is.
The installation is responsible for releasing the file. They
Are you a Souls fan?
Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Not as much as you might think.
I've beaten 2, but I haven't finished
Dark Souls.
Demon or Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I can respect what they are, and I like them for what they are. But do I like to play them? Not really. Bloodborne, way much more up my alley.
I still have to get that game. I want to play Level with it.
Bloodborne was just so absolutely. My biggest problem with Dark Souls was you have to be so methodical with like block,
Yeah,
attack, block.
Well, that's kind of what they tried to break their mold of with
Yeah.
Bloodborne, kind of adding an offensive.
Yes.
So they yeah.
I like just like taking a deep breath and just jumping into combat as hard as you can and being like,
Coming out.
I either come out alive or I go out dead. But
Instead of
either
being
way,
like,
it's a close call. Either
yeah,
way,
'cause
for
with the
me
Souls
and them.
games, it's just, oh man, I blocked just a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Like, too late. Maybe I should have, hesitated on that attack or something. Yeah.
Some people really like that methodicalness too.
No, I was so proud of myself for beating 2. It took me a long freaking time.
Oh, sorry about that. Whoa,
Close.
back up.
Door's open.
Probably shouldn't have checked.
That's the terminal over there.
Burning all the skills out here above. I think it's gonna be a long
I
time.
have Rocket Man.
Yeah.
You can track my ADD with Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
I want to watch it again. I saw it in the theaters.
I think they had a pretty good thing going with that movie, and then I think they had some really. Wait, what? You don't like Matthew McConaughey?
not as a brilliant engineer, like supposed to be the smartest, guy that they can find to send into space, and it's like, then why do you have somebody speaking that sounds like they have a speech impediment or something?
I think what's really impressive about him is that he started his acting career like super late.
Yeah,
Super
that's kind of true.
Yeah. The thing that I thought they had some really great ideas for that movie, and I just feel like they shit them down the toilet at the last second.
The ending is kind of disappointing, but it's cool for being if you're a nerd, for the lack of a better word, just as far in all things like science fiction and science, not just fiction, they implement a ton of actual scientific principles and theories in that movie, and they tie them in and make them an interesting story,
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I mean, like when they go to that planet and the time variance.
Oh my god, that's my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, because first of all, it's a mindfuck.
Yeah, because
Like,
he's only
if you
been
think
there
about
for like 5 minutes, and then
it's just a great way to mess with your mind, and it just makes you think about that. On
yeah,
so many
check out
different
these videos of your fucking kids growing up without you, and then they show like the one of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the hell is that? And like for a split second there, this has been the theme of it the whole time, and I should know it by now. And then I'm in such disbelief that she's that old at that point.
Yeah.
And I just go, oh my god. Like that was a great idea that they blew it all up at the end.
But that's grounded in like a lot of scientific principles.
Yeah.
Like, there are the different gravity pulls around certain planets cause something like that. I don't know if anyone's proven it, but it's a theory.
No, it's absolutely
It's just really cool that they're able to.
Well, I mean that same
But
principle.
they went to the trouble to look that up, and not just kind of.
Right. That same principle could. That was my fault. That same principle could be actually practiced in our galaxy.
Yeah.
Because, like, hence, Saturn doesn't exactly revolve around the sun at the same speed as ours, as we do. Pluto is, God, that takes forever. So I wonder if that is like its own way of like.
Well, I don't think it's through the distance around its orbiting sun, but it had to do with it being so close to that black hole.
Yeah.
In the movie, because that creates fluctuations in time.
Yeah.
And the gravity pull, which I'm not going to pretend to even be able to explain it.
Right.
I don't even understand it other than it's a cool concept, but. Sometimes you get really bored at night and I just start looking up like random YouTube videos and you get caught to a YouTube hole of different scientific theories or whatever, and then
who does a lot of
and then
videos?
you wake up in the morning and you're convinced you can build an Iron Man suit.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. Jarvis!
That's how these things start. Today's the day. Today will be the day.
No, I didn't finish the Iron Man suit. Yeah, that was just a crazy dream. It's just like, all right, you want to play some Halo? Sure, Jarvis, turn on the Xbox. I didn't make the suit, but
I got Jarvis now.
Made an AI. It's making pieces. Pretty cool.
Loving my Halo, but although Halo 1 gets a little. I don't think the pacing is as good.
Oh, Halo 2 had it down pat.
Oh, but just because the levels go on. Just like Two Betrayals for me is one of my least favorites.
Because most likely you did it. Yeah.
You're playing backwards through a level you've already played, and that's enough on it. And if you don't particularly like the plot,
I think right after that, my least favorite is what's the one? Keys.
Oh yeah.
The one where you gotta go through.
I always forget about Keys in the level.
Yeah.
I think I always try to just run through it.
Yeah. It's that segment where you fall into that little crevice and then you have to go fight them outside. That it's just like
What's going on?
that's just right there. The last thing on your
The
mind.
game gets the page really moving right before that level. It's like, all right, here's the plan, and we're gonna blow up this ring, and we're gonna save the galaxy, and then you're like, all right, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. It's like, oh, but we gotta just go back to a level that you already played.
Yeah, we gotta see keys real quick. Why? Oh, we gotta get the codes. Okay.
Somebody blowing up.
Cortana, didn't you hang out with him like all the time? You couldn't have gotten the codes?
Just had that.
Oh, they're in his brain. Why?
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 And how does punching his brain release them? But I don't really understand.
I'm gonna have to show him respect. Jesus, dude. He's gone, Chief. Oh, he's gone? Good. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
I don't know. It's weird to think of it if all of the Halo story, like, there would have been another Spartan with you, and according to Reach, Noble Six would have been with you this entire time if Emil hadn't died. And, yeah, because he was going to be in that, canon. He's just standing right there, and he's like, come on, and I was like, I'm gonna blow it up for you.
Yeah. You know what I always had a problem with? Remember how there was a lot of talk of like, oh yeah, Master Chief, he's one of the last Spartans, right?
No, I mean, well, there's Linda.
What about June? What about Juno or June?
June.
They never explain June. June just goes running off with his friggin' sniper rifle.
And Halsey survives Reach somehow, and
Halsey's all over the place in the storyline.
Yeah, she really is.
She's in 4 somehow a little bit. She's being interrogated, and then now she's in 5 somehow. It's a whole big thing. Yeah.
Did you read any of the books? Mm-hmm. So I read them years and years ago. Look, getting eat my little guy. Years and years ago.
Son of Jimbo. Years
Final
and years
Fantasy
ago.
Something?
Son of Jimbo?
Yo Jimbo, I guess.
Oh, Yojo. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Index for transport. Your organic food
think
gives you
this is
vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation. The flood is spreading. We must hurry.
I like to think of a Final Fantasy summon being